so far through turn one. Looks pretty good.
How many of you qualifying runs have you
Oh!
Hinchcliffe with a big one!
Big one. Up on its side. He lost it at the apex of turn two. It went loose, and it went around, and this is bad news for tomorrow unless they've got a spare car ready to go. He's gotten hurt. He's missed the race, and here it just snaps loose. He was up high on the track, way up off the white line there, and it just pancakes the wall on the outside. Just a dead flat hit, and it comes up on its side. It doesn't go over. We see with these openings in the bottom of the tunnel, but right here it just snaps. Oh, flat pancake on the wall, and then it doesn't go over all the way because of that safety innovation with the holes in the floor. Look at this, Townsend. Watch it go.
Yeah, he's just high, and he's adding steering because he's going to struggle to make the apex, and that's a violent hit.
That is very similar to Pato O'Ward's that he suffered earlier in the week on Thursday.
Final lap. I mean, he looked super solid. Just past the apex.
Yeah, it almost looked like the car just gained a bunch of front grip because it just rotated right there.
Well, you know why it would gain front grip?
Because you've got the wheel in it.
And the wind. That's the direction. You and I, when we saw the windsock, we said that's going to pin the front in first turn. And sure enough. And
you're
Alex
going through that wind. Like you said, you're in it, and then all of a sudden you get to a point where it's just like somebody stands on the nose of the car and gives you more downforce on the front. And boy, it happens fast. Marty?
Here he comes across the line in the blue and black Angie's List machine. And the third lap at 223.599.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Oh, a problem. Oh, big time hit for Brian Clausen. This is our first significant contact of the month of May, the rookie.
No. Just as I say that, he was so smooth.
Wow. So Brian Clausen had completed 3 laps. Oh, and an average speed of well over 223.7 miles an hour, and it went away there in turn number 2.
And that is the fastest first lap, the fastest 2 laps that we have seen by a big distance.
Both in the 231s, the first driver to put any lap in the 231. So far, trouble! Oh, what a crash! What a terrible crash!
Up and over, car flipped. Came back, up and over.
That was a hard hit.
By far the fastest of the day at over 231 miles per hour, and then this, a frightening crash. Worst I can recall in many, many years. And for Sebastian Bourdais, we were so pleased to see him immediately moving the visor.
Then as the car started to spin, and then he made contact with the attenuator, spun him the other way. That was a pretty crazy ride there for him.
That was, because you're right, as we got to look at the replay, did not hit anything in the turn, but just lost it coming out of that apex.
Wow, it's going to be interesting to see.
But as you follow it, the thing just jumps sideways. Now, that's a little bit early in the corner, but you see it does a 360, and it gets in left front, left side, both left sides go away. Very heavy impact, and, you know, it's such a fine line. We're not sure, again, we've seen this with engine failures causing this kind of situation. People don't realize how much of a fine line it is. Again, the car jumps sideways. We're not sure what the reason is, but they're doing almost 360s, and it's getting in to the nose of the race car, and it slaps both the left front nose and left rear real hard.
We didn't see anything as the car started to slide that would indicate an engine failure. All of that analysis will have to happen. Our concern right now is for the good health of Scott Harrington.
I think we were running a little quicker than we expected. That was a good problem.
My goodness. He had big speeds going, was averaging mid 231s. It snapped loose. It wiggled on him. He caught it, and it pancaked the wall. It wiggles, and boom.
You know what? Heck of a save. He just ran out of road. Because that first catch right here, Paul, look at this. This is
that's Tokyo Drift right there.
Got some talent behind the wheel. Then it wiggles back. Then it steps out again. At this point, man, you'd need the golf course to have enough room to save it. And that car is done.
Safer barrier shifted over. If we can slow-mo that again, you could see it shift about 10 inches over.
Look at the right rear half shaft punched through the center of the right rear wheel.
Back in the day, without the safer barrier, you hit that concrete, it's lights out, baby. You're going to sleep.
Just rattles the safer barrier.
See that?
Yeah.
Center punch on the right rear.
Yeah.
And a veteran of what, some 17 years of open wheel racing at its top level. He is fit as could be. He's got a passion. You talked about the passion for this race, right? Oh, trouble!
Watch the car. It looks like the back end of the car has already been moving around on turning. We call that phase one. Wheels are right down below the white line, so not trying to see if he's compensating for something that was going on in the car. The back end's out already. He hung on to it all the way through to the exit, and then he realizes he's lost it, did the right thing by just locking up the brakes, and now you're looking up the side of your helmet and hoping to see where you're going.
Very rarely do you see cars spin exiting 4.
I've actually done the same thing there one time, hit the outside wall, came in and hit the attenuator. That was back in 1994, and after I hit the wall the first time, I thought, okay, I'm clear, and then I looked out the side of my helmet, and lo and behold, as you said, Eddie, there's the attenuator. You're just a passenger with nothing left to do when the car cannot be steered. But the car did stay flat in the ground for as much as it went backwards many times. Here we go, real-time speed. Look at those orange flaps that are lifting up in the back.
Lots of time.